satisfied until we have the college level on the University of Islam. And if you help me by doing what you can in the economic field, Muslims, you shouldn't be around here looking to white people to give you a job. Go look in Message to the Black Man and the Economic Blueprint. And if there are 4 of you, 6 of you, 8 of you together, pool your resources, go into business and set up business all over the south and west side of Chicago. I would like to see at least 100 millionaires among the Muslims in Chicago. If you're rich, I'm rich. And I can always come and tell you about the needs of a nation. But if you poor and we poor, hell man, we can't be around here poor. I want to see rich Muslims. And if you obey Allah, there's no reason why you can't make a business successful. You just have to get up and stop being lazy and trifling and go do something for yourself. So we're going to put together a trade delegation of Muslims and, well, everybody's a Muslim. But there are those who have not confessed Islam, but they are brilliant in business. We made promises to governments, and we're going to fulfill our promise. There's all kinds of investment opportunities. Diamonds, gold, uranium, oil. I mean, you name it, Africa is open. And the Europeans are coming in with money and they're taking Africa. Well, why can't we go? They're ready to sell gold mines to us. They're ready for us to develop gold. Well, where's Michael Jackson? Where's Shaq O'Neal? We need to pull our moneyed people together and let's do some business now, because we can't build a nation on the charity of the believer. We can only build a nation on a strong economic foundation that's built on business, agriculture, agribusiness. Yes, sir.
All right, greetings everyone. How's everyone doing on this beautiful Monday morning? When you're free and don't have a job, it's hard to keep up with it, right? But yes, how you doing on this beautiful Monday morning? So this your brother Supreme X, CEO, Forward Money Network family, CEO and founder. So what we have today, just a quick topic that I wanted to get over to, because I seen it's a misunderstanding that's going on when it comes to business. Now, y'all know in Forward Money Network, we specialize in teaching the science of money, the science of business, the science of warfare, leverage, network marketing, affiliate marketing, referral marketing, however you want to call it, right? This is where we thrive in asset accumulation, what's going on with the dollar, how the dollar is just currency. This is what we teach on a day-to-day basis. This is what the Forward Money Network and our platforms is based around. This is what it is. We are teaching this, right? And I'm not standing here before myself. We are teaching it because I'm a student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. This is who he teaches. So I'm just giving you what he say. I went and did more research, more study into what he say about business is warfare, the science of all this stuff. And then I uncovered that he is telling the truth, right? It's a difference. The dollar is just currency. So what we want to talk about today, this might be controversial. Some might feel like it's not. Hold hold on. Some might feel like it might step on some toes. Some people might see it and don't like it, right? But this is a controversial topic. It's just dealing with misunderstanding. So we want to just help clear up something, right? So we want to help clear up something. So let me get the banner so we can see what we're talking about this morning. All right, we want to talk about we're New Millennium bankers. This is what we do. We doing stuff on a New Millennium technology way when it comes to banking, making money, asset accumulation, because now we in the real estate now. So now we into that sphere, but we are New Millennium bankers because everything that we are doing is based on the blockchain. Everything that we do, right? Everything that we do, all our products is based on the blockchain. So we're New Millennium bankers, and we get paid in our sleep. We get paid in assets. This is what we do, right? No hype. It's just what it is, all right? And once you understand the asset game and understand that the dollar is really just a liability and is debt, then you probably will step over and want to know more about what we do. And we launched our Project Exodus 10,000, which comes from the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan Project Still Away, and then he went to Project Exodus in 1998, and now we are coming back with Project Exodus 10,000. So we're looking for 10,000 people that want to be financially free, not just financially free, that really want to be rich in this changing world and in this technology world, and want to get assets and want to become a New Millennium banker, right? So we do events every day. So if you want to get the info or the Zoom link for the next event, then type in MB to the number running at the bottom of the screen, and we will shoot you the link. All right, so the topic we want to talk about today: self-employed versus entrepreneurs. What's the difference? Is there a difference? So let's go. Now, before I give my insight on it, and from what I have uncovered from entrepreneurs, wealthy entrepreneurs, right, business owners, the elite, we're going to go to Google and see what Google say on these definitions. We're going to define both words and see, are they the same? Is it a difference? Because we're doing this because some people think that when they're self-employed, they're entrepreneur. But we're just going to see. Let's see. Is there a difference? So we're going to look up self-employed first. Now, this is from Google. Okay. A Microsoft Bing. Self-employed is an adjective. Let's look at it. Working for oneself as a freelancer or the owner of a business rather than for an employee. Now look, working for oneself as a freelancer or the owner of a business rather than for an employee. This is entrepreneur, right? Working for oneself as a freelancer or the owner of a business rather than for an employer, right? But you look at the synonyms: freelance, independent, one's own boss, working for oneself, casual, consultant, temporary, part-time, jogging, visiting. But it don't say entrepreneurial in here, right? It don't say entrepreneurial in here. Relating to are designed for people working for themselves. It don't say that, right? So it don't say that. Now, if we switch it and go to, let's see what an entrepreneur, what's the definition of an entrepreneur? Because we want to break this up because we don't want nobody having the misunderstanding, saying you something and you really not. You know, saying you something and you really not. Saying you something and you not, right? So we got entrepreneur here, right? So we got entrepreneur here, right? A person who organizes and operates a business or businesses taking on greater than normal financial risk in order to do so. Now look, listen at it now. A person who organizes and operates a business or businesses taking on greater than normal financial risk in order to do so. Now, the synonyms for this say businessman, businesswoman, business person, right? Tycoon, magnate, dealer, trader, merchant. It don't say self-employed. So let's just leave this up here now and let's just deal with this real quick. Okay, a self-employed person, if you have to do the work yourself, then you self-employed. Now it's a line that can be crossed where you can cross over to entrepreneur, but as long as you have to do all the work, you just self-employed. You're not an entrepreneur yet. There's a difference. It's a mindset. Entrepreneurs organize businesses, operate businesses, they run them from behind the scenes. They don't really do the work. So entrepreneurs get stuff started and get out of the way. Our entrepreneurs operate in a system. See, we in Far Money Network, we are entrepreneurs. Like we don't do physical work, and it's not required for me to put up my own labor to make money. We understand? So it ain't just me that have to make money. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't just my labor, my time and sweat equity for me to make money. See, that's self-employed. See, when you self-employed, and I know this because my father been self-employed my whole life, but he has to go, he electrician. He has to go and wire up everything to make a buck. If he don't go and do the wiring himself, he don't make any money. See, entrepreneurs, we set up systems, get in systems, we get in businesses, we look for ways to make our money work for us. See, we put our money to work, we coordinate and organize other people that are like-minded, pool resources, and we create businesses and give jobs to other people. See, that's an entrepreneur. But if I got to go, I'm a barbershop, but if I got to cut all of the hair, you know, I'm doing for self on that note. I don't have a boss, right? I'm my own boss, but I really just own a job. But if I'm an entrepreneur, if I had a barbershop, I don't know how to cut hair. But I would buy the barbershop and hire barbers and put them in there. See, so that meaning they doing the work, but I'm getting paid. That's the difference between being self-employed and an entrepreneur, right? We just have to make this distinction because a lot of people don't understand this. If you have to do all of the work yourself to make income, then you just self-employed. You might don't have a boss. You might can make your own schedule, but you still got to physically get up and do the work to get paid. That's self-employed. Entrepreneurs, we don't have to physically get up and do the work and we still get paid. See, Jay-Z is an entrepreneur. Rick Ross is an entrepreneur. Rick Ross owns Checkers and over 25 wing stops, and he don't work in one of them. Y'all, I hope we understanding this, right? So when you're saying you something, know the meaning. Understand this, because really, if you want to cross the line from self-employed, being your own boss, to being a real, true entrepreneur, is a mindset. See, entrepreneurs, we're always looking for, how can I make my money go to work? How can I make my money go to work? How can I expand my brand? How can I expand my network? How can I bring more people in and give them an opportunity to make money from the brand, from the network, or inside of the network? How many people can I give a job to? Or how many people can I free from the job? Because in this new technical age, our phone is a money device. Our laptops is a money device if we know how to use it, right? Or if we can get connected to the right system. We get on the right wavelength. So let's stop the terminology. If you self-employed and you get up and do all the work, that's the only way you make money, and you got to go do it, you self-employed. You just own a job. You own a job. Entrepreneurs don't get up and do all the work. They start stuff and they get back and let it run. and they constantly get paid. And entrepreneurs, we're always looking for sound opportunities to explode our money, to grow our money, to put our money to work. Why? Because the dollar, our money, is a terrific servant, but it is a horrible master. So I don't want to give up all my time for somebody else's vision, somebody else's dream, somebody else's company, corporation, and they're not giving me an equal opportunity to even sit at the table with them. Now I can do that for a time period, but I can't die doing that. That's called working until you die. Entrepreneurs don't do that. But if you self-employed and you don't make that switch and cross over to being an entrepreneur, adopting the mindset, then you will do whatever you do till you die. And I'm not saying this to no to particular person. I have experienced this with my own father. He's been an electrician all my life. I only remember him having 2 jobs in my whole life where he actually worked for a company. Other than that, he's been working for himself, self-employed. And when they used to ask him this, what he do, he would say, I'm self-employed. He didn't say I was an entrepreneur. He didn't even say he was a business owner. Because typically you're really not if you have to do all the work. Anybody can get an LLC. Anybody can get a corporation. That's just some paperwork. Right? I got an LLC that I'm not even running a business out of because I got it for something else, but I got the LLC. Right? I mean, it's just paperwork. So if we understand it and adopt into this new trend of mind, see, when we think of business, we got to try to think on a whole nother level. Because it got to be how many people can my business or what I'm doing, self-employed, how many people can it help? It ain't just about me making money. I can make money doing anything. Oh, it's my dream. Well, if your dream is not really going to help a lot of people, and it really help our people, because we're at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to finance, when it comes to political, when it comes socially, we at the bottom. So we ain't really thinking about systems, real institutions that people can plug in and get out of these other institutions and these other systems, then we just doing it for self. It's all self. That's why it's self-employed. See, entrepreneurs don't think like that. Entrepreneurs think on a whole mass level. We think for the whole. How can we help as many people as possible? How can I show people how to live this lifestyle that I'm living? Not just live it and show them this, but how can I plug them into a system where they can live it over a period of time? It's not going to happen overnight, you know. It's not going to happen overnight. Some time got to be invested. Some study, some education got to go on. So we have to get financial education. So being self-employed is pretty much equivalent to having a job. On one sense, you can say that. We can argue that. Why? If you self-employed, if I'm self-employed, I just don't have a boss. I can set my own schedule, but I still got to go to work, put up the time, put up the energy to make money, how to make cash, income. Right? That's the same thing a person with a job got to do. It's just a person with a job, he got a boss, and he don't make his own schedule. Right? But when you're an entrepreneur, we are the schedule. We set up the network and we constantly getting paid. I ain't just too long got up. I was making money while I was asleep. I got assets working. The network growing, the network working without me having to invest all of my sweat equity. That's when you cross the line. You can start as self-employed. That's cool. You got to offer somebody else job. Nothing wrong with that. You should do that. But think entrepreneurship and cross the line, because it's a line, cross it just mentally. You just crossing the line. It's just a mental switch. Make that switch. Adopt the entrepreneur mindset, and then think systems. Think how many people you can help. Think how many people you can free. Think how big can your organization or your brand be. Cross the line. So you got to ask yourself, how long will you just be self-employed with your products or your service? Well, you the only employee. You don't have any employees. You the boss and the employee. You might hire little people to do this and that, but they ain't really, you don't really got a payroll. Right? Think about that. And think about, what do you want to do? Because we talk to the average person in America. The average person in America don't want to be rich. They just want to, I guess, go on a vacation when they want to, drive any kind of car, just have a car, stay, and just have a place to stay. And just have income coming in. But when you're talking about being rich, you're talking about getting wealthy, right? And rich and wealthy, they're two different things, right? They're two different things. But rich is measured in cash. Wealth is measured over time, in time. So, you know, you can get rich and then get wealthy. I go after wealth and then riches will come. It can. You know, that can happen. But this is what has to be thought about. It's 2021. We've seen that. See, if you've seen the role, so think about all of the people that have, just think about all the billionaires. And we just said this before, but we're going to say it again. Think about all the billionaires that you know about, the big name billionaires that we know about in America. Oprah Winfrey, Jay-Z, Kanye West now, Michael Jordan, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, you know, Warren Buffett, Mark Zuckerberg. What do they all have in common? For one, they all billionaires. There's a big gap from jumping from millionaire to billionaire. It's a big gap. You got plenty of millionaires. You can have 2 million and be considered a millionaire. It ain't that difficult of a task, right? But when you're talking about being a billionaire, that's a different element that you have to cross. So when we are looking at this, when we are doing this, when we are considering this, what do the billionaires have? And look at what you're doing and seeing if you're in line with them. Or even some of the millionaires. We can put some millionaires in there. They all got the same thing in common. What? They have systems. They have distribution networks. All of them. All of them. Michael Jordan made $75 million from Nike, his Nike deal, and he don't manufacture a shoe. Now they making billions, so he ain't really getting nothing compared to what Nike making for using his name. However, he making $75 million a year. He don't design no shoe. He don't box up no shoe. He don't mail out nothing. He got the Bobcats. So he got a deal with a distribution network that's sending his brand, his name on products all over the world. He don't do none of the shipping, none of the boxing up. He ain't putting no stamp on no envelope, none of that. He ain't even coming up with the design of the shoe. He has nothing to do with that. But he's still getting $75 million just for them using the name, right? So you look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z, they got alcohol, they got music apps, subscription. It's a distribution network. The Tidal app, that platform gives you music, but you have to pay for it. You can't go listen to Tidal for free, right? You have to pay for it. So it's a distribution. His music going out, the clothing line, all the stuff that he got, artists going around the world. It's a distribution network. Bill Gates, Microsoft, distribution network. Amazon, the biggest distribution network in the world. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Tesla, distribution network. See, that's what it is. That's what it's about. So if you're not, your wave limit, you're not focused on that, then you're not going in the line with the millionaires and the billionaires. You out of step, out of tune, out of time. So, family, if you want to know more about this, if you are looking to get inside of Forward Money Network, or you want to hear more about what we have going on, please go send us a text message at text that number at the bottom of the screen, NMB, so you can be a guest at our next up and coming Project Exodus 10,000 event, which we do every day. We are looking for people. If you want to start your distribution network, if you want to start to get paid from the efforts of other people, if you want to start to get paid in assets, you want to know what it's experience income, asset income. If you want to experience that, then send us a text message. We will get that information to you, but you can join and be our guest, because we're looking for 10,000. We're trying to take Forward Money Network to 10,000 people this year. What's the requirement? You gotta want to be rich, because we're dealing in that type of system. So don't come to this half-stepping. Don't come to this thinking small. Think big, because ain't nothing stopping you from becoming a millionaire, a billionaire, but yourself. Your limitations that you put on yourself in your daily activity. It's hard to do this when you got a job. But the job can get you free. Let us show you how to get free, and then you plug into this wealth building system that we got, and then your mind will start to grow, and you will start to think on a bigger scale. So if you have a job, come on, get in with us. Let us show you how to get free. I'm going on 4 years, I ain't had a job. Let us show you how to walk away and steal away from a job. If you can't walk away, we're going to show you how to steal away, bit by bit, month by month, day by day, week by week. And it's one trick that you got to understand what you got to do. Pay yourself first in network. Pay yourself first in an asset that appreciates in network. Network gives you leverage. When you networking, it gives you leverage. Paying yourself first gives you something to fall back on. And it's a wealth attractor. You start acquiring wealth, you start acquiring assets, you start to attract this stuff to you. Right? So subscribe to our YouTube channel, Forward Money Family, and we will see everybody on the next stream. Don't forget, we on Twitter, Forward Money Network. Forward Money New Millennium Bankers. We on Instagram, Forward Money Network, New Millennium Bankers. And we also on Facebook, Forward Money Network. Follow us on all platforms of you there. But our main channel is our YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. We out of here, family.